Hello, it's 8:30, April 28th. We're live, day 9. We have a continuation of yesterday. We were working on uh, we 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 were working on control statements, and we didn't complete them because the program was pretty involved, and we had a couple of pieces that we needed to cover. So we're going to try and cover those today. Um, Again, so this is more if-else statements and looking into those a little bit more in depth, uh, right? What this is. Chat. All right. Anyways, let's put a couple of things over here. Let's put the code link so that you guys have access to the public GitHub repo. Right. Oh, that's not it. Can let's try this again. There we go. That makes things a lot better. Okay, so conditional statements. Let's go back to our file. And in the code, we want to let's reopen this. Right. So let's quickly go over what we did yesterday. We wrote a bunch of input statements from line 1 through 10, or 1 through 7, and these were basically like scanner ends in Java. They were command prompts to prompt the um, they were basic prompts in order to uh, um, you enter data in here, and what you're doing is you're enriching this dictionary underneath over here. So name is actually a parameter up top. So when on the console you have to enter your name, what happens is the student dictionary of your name gets enriched with this data because name is a variable here. Program, year that you're in, the courses that you've taken is a list. That's what this square is, and what it's doing is the number of courses that you put in or whatever. First, it takes the input in over here and splits them on the comma, and then what it does is it iterates through them and adds them into this list with that are comma separated, and it strips the space, uh, off those strings. The GPA is okay. So that's your GitHub. Your GPA is a numeric, right? We dealt with these functions yesterday. We had, let's see what we have over here pending, right? Right, so we have the required math and the required algorithms courses, loops, if-else statements pending. So algo and math is pending. right? And then write if-else credits remaining for part-time jobs. So we can write one function, one if-else statement around the part-time job as well. And then they should say courses, okay. Right. So let's try and do for a set of code over here for algorithm and math, right? We could probably do that. Do we have a credit as well? So let's do credits. Let's do this because if you remember, right, we'd set a credit value up here for minimum credits is equal to 32, right? So we can write something like this, right? So we can say if student credits earned is greater than, it should be the greater than equal to, greater than equal to is actually equal to greater than. No, am I forgetting this? It's like this, and then an object, if I remember. Let's look at day 2 greater than day 3 operators greater than equal to greater than equal to. Where is my greater than equal to, man? Here it is, greater than equal to. So that's what it is. Greater than equal to, that's correct. So if student credits are greater than equal to we can have an input of how many credits we've taken so far, right? So credits earned. So if students' credit earned is greater than equal to minimum credits 32. So yeah, there we go. Minimum credits 32. So let's say that we need a graduation amount as well, right? So we can do graduation credits is equal to 36. Right? Why is this crying? Oh, because it's not an equal to. Okay. Put a little bit of light on here. Okay, so if this is this, then we can do print these. we could do this like that. Right. Something like this, and then I can do this. If student is greater than or equal to minimum credits, then he is eligible to graduate. That means he has 32, right? So if the credit earned, whatever you enter in, is greater than 32, it'll print out that, hey, your credit status is eligible to graduate. We could do else. We do credits remaining. We have a graduation credits, which is 36. Minimum credits for 32, so we could do credits remaining, which is equal to minimum creds minus graduation creds, right? Or I wonder if we could do this, right, like this. So student credits earned, right? So we could do it like this, and then we could because if we subtract it, the minimum credits is 32, and with 32, if he's got greater than 32, he can graduate. And then we could do something like this here. Something like this. We could do credits remaining because we've subtracted them, right? So we can be like the current credit status is this. You do this. I don't remember this. So the editor should automatically give you a new slash, like up here. Like, actually, that was a list where it did it for the list. It gives you a quotation and a slash. So I wonder if it would do that. So quotation slash enter. And then one of these. There you go. All right. So this is the credits if-else statement. Let's do the math requirements now. Right. So for this, we could do a list comprehension. We could do complete. What did we do here? Am I still streaming? Okay. Discord not wired up. Okay, so let's do the. Okay, so if you remember this completed AI courses and remaining AI courses that we did, so let's do Shift Alt Control C Control V Escape, right? So let's do completed math courses. And if you remember, course for this in course is taken if course required, right? So let's do this, or we can build it out again, right? So what it did was it did list comprehension. So that's the list, and the object that was created in this list was course. It was for course in student courses taken, was it? I think it was courses taken. If course and required AI courses. Okay, so we did required math courses. Okay, so we do this if statement as well, right? So, and then we go, if course in required math courses. Just to make sure, we go up here just to make sure. If course in required AI courses. Yippee. Course in required AI courses, math courses, if course not in student courses taken. Okay. Okay. And the other one is basically this. Again, it's creating a list with course for course in student courses taken. If course not in student okay. So it'll iterate through it, and then it'll make sure that the course is not here, and that's what this was too. If course not in student course taken, remaining AI courses. If you print these statements, you could do print completed math courses, remaining math courses. So this would print out basically what this is. Based on your input, right? So and where's the ampersand? Man, what? Did I break something? I did break something. What is this? Filter keys. Okay, so that is the, well, math requirement. It's not done yet, right? So here, we go here. this is the remaining ag courses that we needed. So if length of required math courses, and again it's 2, right? So the same thing we're going to do, like if the length of this is if we enter 2, we can also do a specific like string check, but we're probably better off doing the length piece of this, right? So we do something like this, like if length of control X, what did I do? It has to be underneath over here. So if length of completed math courses is equal to it's equal to 2, I think, because they're 2 courses. Print there are no remaining courses, right? Let me Google something really quick. How do you create a new line in VS Code? So in VS Code, how do you copy a line via a hotkey? Copy line down, Control Alt down. Really? Shift Alt down? Really? Shift Alt down. Well, that's what I wanted. Thank you, Google. Here you go. There's the link. Okay. So what we wanna do. Control X. I'm really liking this. This is really cool. So escape. Oh no. That's what happens when you fat finger stuff. Slow down. I guess if you know hotkeys, then you could just take it easy. So we're basically trying to add our courses here anyways, right? So we always want to give a little space in between our stuff, right? And we want to put completed, which will be I know that the remaining math courses go here, but the completed math courses go in completed. Dunce. This is the math requirement. Right, so just think of that for a second. So we get some list comprehension going on here with the if statement, with a dictionary build that we did up top here via the input into this, right? And this is going to print out just like the essentials, completed and remaining, right? And now we're getting into algos, and think about it. So we would have just this code here. Algorithms. For course and student courses. Of course, in required math courses. What? Did I create required math course up here? Oh yeah, this is required math courses. Look at it. It should be up top. So this is required, right? And its uses in here. So this is the first thing. So we have required algorithm courses as well. Here's the required algorithm courses, right? So when you write your statement, let's do algorithms next. Complete algo. So we're going to do control flow for algorithm. And what we're going to do is we're going to here. We'll go with this. We'll with this. Algo. Because it's a list item. Course or course in student courses taken. If course in required algo courses, like that, right? And then again, we'll make a list, and then we'll copy this right there, put that in there, close it, smash and enter, and say if course not in student. Take it. This logic now. So if course in required algo courses. Not core, it will be something else. What was that right here? Oh, it's the length. It's the length what I played with first. So if length of this completed algo courses is equal to 1. Print type man. Also print. Okay. That should complete the algorithm piece as well. We ought to do this way, right? To length. And we can all change all the ones up top too. The reason being, think of it, this is the same as 1. Why? Because the length of the required algo courses up here, we know that the length of the list is 1. So, and then the length of the list is 2 here, right? So we can basically go 2, 1. Right. So we know that this is the length. When you run the Python length function, what you do is you wrap the object like this inside brackets and put len outside it, and that gives you the length. So it's saying, hey, if the length of the algo courses, of the completed courses here, matches 1, which is the length of this, then print out, hey, all the algorithm essentials are complete, print blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So we're done with this. And we're going to go into part-time job. Did the algos. All right. Part-time job. So we're gonna cut this piece. We could remove it. highlight this whole line. I'm gonna remove it right here. We're gonna. I wish we had a command to just get everything in order, but we don't. Okay, so we're gonna write this, and then we're gonna write our graduation after. Right, and then we're gonna run the program, and that should wrap our if-else training. And then we can go into loops, tomorrow. So let's do that. Let's quickly write this, right? So what do we have for part-time job? So let's find this part-time, nothing. Part, let's see what we have for part. We entered in part-time job object in line 7. So we entered this in. We loaded the dictionary. So when we called the dictionary, that part-time job input, whether it's and it's a yes or no, so it's a Boolean. It's actually a Boolean. So this if else that we're going to write is going to be a little bit with your part-time, right? With your part-time job Boolean, you can mix it with an integer, maybe with your GPA, right? So you can take this and you can take this and you can use both of these. And this isn't the first time we've used 2 of the dictionary loaded variables into our if statement. If you remember, we took courses taken and credits earned as well, if I remember correctly. Year, GPA check, part-time, we assign these as yes, yes. Algo stuff. Well, not really. Well, this is the first time we're doing this. Let me backtrack a bit over here. Right. So we're going to be working with this part-time variable, which we again over here we have it assigned over here as part-time job input as the yes Boolean. See how it says bool when you hover over it? It says it's a variable. Part-time job input bool. So Boolean. So that terminology should kind of stick with you, right? That it's a variable and it's part-time, and it's I mean that's what the name of the variable is, and that it's a Boolean, right? So let's get to writing this. So we can do something like this, right? If part-time job input, which is a Boolean, is equal to true. So if it's yes, we can give it it's a Boolean, right? So use something that is true. So we say, hey, is this true? Then you can print you can say, hey, yes, I'm working part-time while studying. Yes, student. And you can give the student name as well. So we can go here, we can create an F string, we can go in, we can pass the variable in here like that, and we can go student name. So we can say, yes, student so-and-so is working part-time. and the curly bracket should be in here. Why I started typing at the end like that. That's what it should be like. Yes, student so-and-so is working a part-time job. Full stop. Else false. So we would say print no student Okay, so we put in so we do that. I wonder if we can do a nested if. So we're going to print this anyways, right? Ooh. So we can worry about the GPA, right? So if he's working in a part-time job, and then we say if GPA is greater than or equal to 3.5, right? We can print something. We can say, hey, he's doing really good, or this person is a really good student, or something like that, right? We can say impressive. So we can do this, and we can put an and statement there too. So we can do this. The GPA is this, and then we can also do length of student. Think about what we're going here. Courses taken, right? So length of courses taken is greater than equal to. Well, let's just go greater than 2, right? So he's taken 2 graduate courses, right? And he's doing this. So this is an if statement that has 2 conditions, and for both conditions to be true, That's the only way it's going to say maintaining strong activity while holding a job, right? So man, for and taking multiple courses, comma, taking multiple courses while holding a job, right? So we could do that. If we have this, we could also put on Control Z. Give one of these statements. We could say print, and we get, and so this elif, this is where the second condition goes, right? So elif GPA PA is less than equal to 3, right? No, we can print something like this, that warning, now we could do greater than 3. Did we insert a button on here or what? Okay. If part-time job is true, grade is over 3.5, it's going to say this. If it's less than the 3, it's going to say this. Otherwise, it's going to say, if it's less than 3, that's 2 or 1 or whatever. So it's 3.5. If it's greater than or equal to 3.5 and it's less than a 3, that means it's in between 3 and 3.5. That's when this else statement is going to get triggered, right? So it's going to say, hey, student is full-time and not working. If you remember what it was a quotation and then slash. If you remember correctly. All right, so this is your nested if statement with GPA and a second variable here, length of courses taken. And what it's doing is it's taking your GPA into consideration. It's saying, hey, what courses you have, and then it's taking a part-time status Boolean as well, assign that to true, and if it's true, then it's going to execute this code block, right? So we've done that as well, and we can write a little exit piece to our program about graduation, right? So this can be about the credits that you've earned, right? So, and if you remember, our graduation credits and I mean, we might not have to use it, right? Like we might not have to use this graduation credits equal to 36. We could, so we can hard code it, right? We could do something like this, right? So if minimum credits, student credits earned, because we're asking for how many ed credits they've earned, right? So if the credits are equal to this graduation credits, the number, right? We could do that, but invariably, like we're not putting in an exact input for how many credits there should be. So credit earns so far out of 32. So enter the number of credits you have earned out of 32, right? So this 36 graduation credits is not valid because we're in, unless we change this to 36, we can change this to 36 and keep that number below, right? And we can change this to minimum of 36, and we can remove this like that. We're not referencing it anywhere, so then that number won't really affect our application. Right, so let's do something like this, right? If student credits earned is greater than equal to 24, right? Why did this get deleted? And like that. If this is the case, print oh my god, where did it go? Sorry about that. Just put that in there. We wanted to do 2 years, right? So should we do 48 and then 36? So if we do 24 credits a year, it's 6 3 is 18, 36. Yeah, we should do 36. 36 is correct. Is a good number. Because you do 6 courses, 3 credit courses, you get 36. So you want to do over 18, if he's over 24, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, 24, 26, 27, 28. So if you want to do over 28, So if you're greater than equal to, you're within 1 semester or whatever, right? So we want to do this. elif. The reason we give an elif statement, right, is if we have a secondary condition. So if you want to do student credits earned is less than anything, right, is less than equal to, I don't know, 18, for example, what you would say is that, now you have, I don't know, a year left, or your projected graduation timeline is within 2 semesters or something like that, because it's 18 and 18 in a year, right? Because it's 36. So you would do is within 2 semesters. I tried to put new lines after every print statement. I don't know if I did it for all of them, so there might be some asymmetry in the program. Typically, when you guys do this, you should try and put them in like this, right? So either you're within a year or 2 years, or you're in the first year, right? So what you can do is you can just print out saying, hey, now because of, so think, right? So your projected graduation timeline is over a year, or is 1 year or more. So you do something like this. 1 year or more. Save it. That should be the whole program right there. All right, so why was this across the board pretty central for us, right? What we've done is we went through a bunch of input statements here yesterday. We did some list comprehension. We built out some lists over here with the nested for loop inside the list. We ran a split function on the list on the input. If you have multiple inputs, we wanted inputs in this nature. So it says these are the available courses. So put the courses in according to this with the comma in there. And then based on the courses, we ran logic on the courses, and because the courses are in 3 categories. They're machine learning courses, they're algorithms, and they're mathematics courses. So we ran that. Then we did if-else checks on the year based on the year entry, which is a new integer entry. A GPA is a float entry. So we did integer and float if statements. Hammering down into the if-else, we also did Boolean types of if-elses. So that really gets into what our breakdown was over here, and that's what the remainder of this code is. And then we took integers and booleans together and we combined the two, and on integer and booleans we wrote some if statements as well, right? So that's our full if-else and if-elif and else statement training that pulls together our basics that we've covered so far, right? So let's run the program. Let's enter our information. Right? We're in 2nd year. We're in 34 credits. Our GPA is 4.0. We're working on thesis. Why not? Working part-time, yes. list of AI fundamentals. So we've entered everything that's available, right? It's errored out over here at the and statement. But it printed out everything else, right? So it populated our loaded dictionary, right? It said that you're a second year student, you're focused in specialization and thesis. Your GPA puts you in excellent standing. You don't have any courses that are remaining. It's an empty list, so your AI essentials are completed. So your research track is selected, is artificial intelligence, because that's what we hard coded in, if you remember. The current credit status is 2, so 2 more credits are needed to graduate. Completed math courses are this, and completed and remaining, that's prints everything out. So you have 2 completed and you have 0 remaining. So it says all your math courses are completed. Same thing with your algorithm essentials. You're completed and remaining, so you've done all of them. So this needs to be fixed a little bit. Gives you all your program stuff. It says that you are working a part-time job. And at the very end, it says that there was a problem over here in this logic, right? Length of student courses taken is greater than, so GPA is this, and your length of courses is greater than equal to 3. It's greater than equal to 3. It is. Oh, so okay. No, I know what this is. Let's look at this really quick. It says, look at what the error says. And in case there's a problem, you must always Google the error, right? So it says, this and is an unsupported type of operand for a float and an integer, right? So to do and, you can type in the word and, or put two, I think it's the word and. I don't know what the 2 ands are from. They might be from Java or from C++. I don't know, but it's and. So if you change this to and, which we just did, the program should run. Let's run it again. Let's type in our name, right? Current year 234. Yes. I'm gonna leave discrete math, right? So did everything over here. So it says completed statistics, the math essentials. Your remaining, it did not print out your discrete math. So we know that needs to be fixed, right? And your AI essentials are all complete, and you're in excellent standing, etc., right? So 99.99% of this program is working. What we need to do is we need to fix, and we can do this tomorrow when we get into for loops. We're going to fix this. Fix the output of the if-else, elif-else around math, right? Since the remaining math course is discrete math, right? And then the way to do this really is to figure out this exact place where the math is being, the remaining is being calculated, which is right here. You put a debugger over here, and then you run the debugger, right? And you copy. Well, and you're gonna have to enter everything else to get. Right. So you finally got to this place, right? And the remaining math courses, completed math courses, it has statistics because we entered in statistics. We know we're missing one. So this remaining math courses list comprehension for loop with the if statement needs to be put in here to create that object, because if you notice on the left, there is no remaining math courses. There's completed math courses, which is right here on line 88, but there isn't remaining, right? So we're going to push remaining through, and now it's going to be part of, it should be right here now. So the remaining math courses, there you go, it's empty. So that needs to be fixed, and we'll fix that tomorrow because our stream has gone over an hour, and coding's not going anywhere, and we're not going to stop programming. So anyways, that's it for today. We will complete debugging our remaining math section right here in this little if-else piece that is pending. Apart from that, our entire training on if-else statements is complete at this point. This is the GitHub repository. Do take a look at it, right? This is where I went to check some of my some of the code that I referenced for the Boolean check, this is the YouTube link, I believe. This is LinkedIn, right? Right, so that's everything. If you guys need anything from me, send me a message, and we'll take a look, right? And if not, I will see you guys online tomorrow, where we will continue on with our program, right? Thank you so much for joining. Have a pleasant evening, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Thanks very much. Bye.